Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here of Same Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. In today's video, I just want to provide an overview of how bad the New Orleans Saints offense has gotten over these past 4 weeks. If we're really being honest, we can, bring this back to last season and the season prior to that. But I will give that 2021 season, the year that they first played without Drew Brees on the center at all at quarterback. I'll give that one a mulligan because of what happened in the bottom. The bottom pretty much fell out. They lost James Winston for the year. Michael Thomas never got on the field. Um, a lot of injuries to key personnel. It just wasn't the same. But Sean Payne did what he could with the roster he had, and he went and finished the season 9-8. But these past that, after that, it's just been a downhill, experience for the Saints offense. This offense hasn't been the same since I would say 2020. When it was like a top 5, top 10 unit. You know what I'm saying? But the site that I got pulled up on my screen is teamrankings.com, which is a comprehensive website that has, rankings for pretty much everything, teams, player rankings, stats, everything, the ratings, all that stuff. NFL, NBA, baseball, college football, college basketball. Even talks about survival pools, pick'ems, betting, all that stuff. And they got the up to the minute stats on where the Saints are ranked in regards to their offensive statistics for the season so far. With given the fact that it's 4 weeks into the season, we're going to week 5 this upcoming week. But I'm just going to go over there and just provide a quick overview of these numbers. So points per game, the Saints are 25th in the league in points per game with 15.5. Yards per game, 285.3, which ranks them at 23. Points per play, 0.239, 29th in the league. Yards per play, 4.4, 29th in the league. Third down conversion rate, 38.33%, 18th in the league. Fourth down conversion, not too bad, 66.67%, which ranks them at 8. Red zone, terrible. They're last in the league, 32. Last in the league, 33.33%. TDs a game, they're averaging 1.3 touchdowns a game, which places them at 30. That's just terrible, man. If you go into the rushing, um, 3.5 rush, 3.5 yards per rush, 27th in the league. Rushes a game, 25.3, 21st in the league. Rushing yards a game, 87.5, 25th. Touchdowns a game, 0.5, which ranks them at 21. So man, passing is not great as well. Quarterback percentage sacks 9.49%, interception throwing percentage 2.10, passing yards a game 197.8, which ranks them at 21st in the league. Passes a game 35.8 at 10, yards per pass, 5.5, which ranks them at 26. So, man, with that being said, man, that just goes to show you how down this offense is right now. This is how bad it is. Recently, I believe it was announced on Monday. Dennis Allen, stated that there will be no changes made to the personnel in regards to play calling. Pete Carmichael will remain on board. But you got to wonder how long is this going to last? Even though he said that time in the moment, he has to be wondering in the back of his mind, like, yo, man, this guy got to get this stuff right, or we're going to have to make a move. Now, when I think, to me personally, man, I think it's going to continue for at least another 2 to 3 weeks. Now, is it going to be with winning or with losing? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be winning games while you're still trying to figure this stuff out, or you be losing games? Because if they're losing games and this stuff is still going on, I think they're gonna make a move. Now I don't think they're gonna come out there and, like, fire Pete Carmichael outright. I think it's gonna be more of like a, I won't say a demotion, but like a change, like a position change. Like he go upstairs, and we'll hand things off to Ron Curry. You know what I'm saying? Hand things off to him, see what he can do. Um, Probably they'll probably put Pete Carmichael back in that role that he had when it was Sean Payton, when Sean Payton was the head coach, and he pretty much dealt with game preparation, in regards to the plays and all that. He didn't really. Sean Payton was the guy that was calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? Um, the last time they made a move like this, like a firing, like in season, it was 2015, when there was like the Saints were like one of the worst defenses in the league. Rob Ryan was the defensive coordinator, and it was against the Washington Redskins, not the Washington Commanders, but it was against the Washington that they had a game on the road and they got blowed out. And Sean Payton had enough, and I believe it was Monday. They fired Rob Ryan and they put the interim tag on Dennis Allen for that entire season. And then once the season ended, they gave him the full time role, and he became the defensive coordinator for the Saints. So I don't think that's gonna happen for this. I don't think it's gonna happen with Pete Carmichael. I just think that if this continues to happen, they're gonna make a move. They're gonna make like a coaching change and let Ronald Curry call plays. But if they can win these games, the next couple of games, while they're still figuring things out, I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. But they got to get this thing right. You lost two games, two winnable games against teams that I think that you're better than. You're better than Green Bay. You're better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We saw what the um the Detroit Lions did to the Green Bay Packers on Thursday Night Football. We saw what the Philadelphia Eagles did to Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football. And you mean tell me you couldn't do the same thing? And you got, personnel on your roster that's on the same, I would say, on the same playing field as the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. So they got to figure this thing out. And there's a lot of theories. Like I said before, theories on why this is happening. And a lot of it, the articles that I've read, recently is pointing to Pete Carmichael. And his inability to construct a efficient offense. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get the stuff figured out soon. You know, you go up to New England this week, you beat New England in 2021. Can you do it again? You know what I'm saying? You play Houston next. It's to me though. I mean, in those two games, man. I'll call them get right opportunities for that offense. Even though Houston is doing some great things now, I still believe that's a team that you can go down there and put up some points on. New England as well. Dallas dropped 38 points on the Patriots last week. You know, they got quarterback issues. You know what I'm saying? So these next couple of games, next two games, gonna open some things up. Should open things up for this team in regards to how that offense is performing. You know, um, but me personally, I'm being realistic. I think this is gonna go on for another 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. It's just while it's going on, like I said, are you gonna be winning games, figuring this stuff out, or are you gonna be losing games? You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure it out. Because if it's the latter, they're gonna make it. They're gonna have to make a move. Dennis Allen has to make a move because his job is on the line. And you had a chance to. I'm pretty sure that he had a chance to make that move. After last season when it was deciding to bring back Carmichael, bring back Pete Carmichael. he decided to double down and hitch his wagon, his future to Pete Carmichael. And a defensive head coach, the key for any defensive head coach to be successful, man, is to have a really good quarterback and a good offensive coordinator. While you are, that the aficionado, the ex, your expertise is defense. You gotta have somebody that can run that offense for you. You got to, especially in this day and age. But hopefully, man, these numbers, what I've highlighted to y'all today, can rise, can improve. Starting this week, hopefully, man. I'm not counting on it, but you know, I'm optimistic. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be bad as we saw it last week against New England because they got a good defense, missing a couple players, but you know they got to turn around, man. At least get in the end zone 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Get in the red zone to score some touchdowns for once. You know what I'm saying? Against the Patriots. But it's just off right now, man. The new quarterback. I'm not making excuses for Derek Carr, but you got a new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And apparently John Gruden's system is not similar to what Sean Payton ran, and not similar to what this offense they're running now. They're running in the ones. It's not, you know. So it's a lot. It's a lot that could be. There's a lot. There's probably a lot going on in the things we don't know about. You know, maybe what I'm saying. And that's why you can't really buy into what people say during training camp. You know what I'm saying? Because in training camp, they're playing against each other. They know each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that their tendencies, their weaknesses in training camp. It's better if they had more of these scrimmages these joint scrimmages you have with an opposing team. You travel to an opposing team's training camp and you have these scrimmages. That's how you determine what type of team you have, what type of roster you have. That would determine if your offense is in sync, if your offense is proficient enough to where it can be sustainable, if you can win football games with it. Not in training camp, man. But not in these training camp battles where it's like I would say the intensity is turned down just a bit, and it just you know they know each other. They're familiar with what Derek Carr is gonna do. They're familiar with Chris Olave. They're familiar with Rock Michael Thomas. You know, so we just gotta wait and see how it's gonna play out, bro. We just gotta wait and see, man, because if this does not get fixed, man, they can't move the ball, man. It's gonna be a repeat of what we saw last season, where this team just grind out wins. You know what I'm saying? Just grind out to get to the end zone. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. So we just gotta wait and see how it's gonna play out, man. All right. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you think the Saints offense will get things turned around starting this Sunday against New England? Or do you think this is a sign of more things to come? Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content in the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out. Who that?